Good morning, it's Kenan again. Listen, yeah, please share, like, subscribe. I'm responding to some here. Let me get them on here first. You're free to comment on my channel, but this guy here, obviously, you didn't watch my video on why a Christian can't be a Zionist. I don't know. Then you left me a comment that Catholics can't be Christian. First of all, I'm being nice. I hearted all your comments. Um, Listen, I've had it with Christian Zionists. I've had it with Zionists. Zionist is a fancy way for Luciferian Kabbalist occultist, okay? So you can come here and defend, and I'm going to teach you a lesson right now. When I said Zionist, I was referring to Freemason. So I don't know if you're a Freemason or not, but oh well, time to give away another Masonic secret because that's how I roll. You want to know the God that Freemason worship? It's not Yahweh. Well, YHVH is a word in Hebrew, but it's not the God you're thinking of. It's not Jesus Christ. In fact, what I'm about to teach you, I learned from Jordan Maxwell, of all people. And when I'm going to teach you about the Masonic ring, I learned from a 33-degree Freemason here on YouTube, because they're making YouTube videos now defending their craft. We're not Luciferians. I already ripped that apart because I already said Freemason claim that they don't worship quote unquote Lucifer. And there is no occult ceremonial magic for quote unquote Lucifer. And as far as I know, Lucifer doesn't summon like a normal lower level Solomon demon does. However, and this is very important, some of the entities that they worship in the occult, like Marduk, the reptilian Ajiji, is known as the god of 50 names. One of the names for Marduk is Baal. Yeah, you heard about Baal worship. Marduk is also Bel in the hidden Bible book, Bel and the Destruction of the Dragon. That's when Daniel refuses to worship Marduk as a god, just like I refuse to worship reptilians as a god. So now I'm going to teach you some secrets about the Freemason that you might not know. In the Scottish Rite, there are 32 degrees. When you hit the 14th degree, you get a ring. And you might not have ever seen this ring. This is the ring that you receive when you hit the 14th degree. It's a triangle with a symbol in it. That is the Hebrew letter for Y, the God they worship. You also notice the sun symbolism around here. You want to know what that really stands for? That is not the symbol of the sun. That has dual meaning. Also, the other symbol, that is the anus of a small boy, in which you can suck the innocence out of and become a living God of your own universe through Kabbalistic teachings. This is known as Trans-Yugathian magic. I believe it's only taught to Masons that excel above the 33rd degree, because they pick them out. A lot like how our own military will pick the best of the best to be in the special forces, like the Navy SEALs. Freemason do kind of the same thing. So does La Cosa Nostra with made men. Same idea. It's only certain people get picked to become initiated into the 33rd degree. And that's where you'll learn some of these higher secrets. So what is Hebrew actually based? Well, you know what? I should have pulled it up, but here is the Sefer Yetzrai. It's Kabbalistic. This is Jewish mysticism. But here is the symbol known as the flame of God. Now, why is this called the flame of God? This symbol here, by the way, this symbol looks like a Notion, a black magic alphabet. And if you ever notice, Hebrew is it's a very harsh language. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's downright demonic. That's why whenever you hear someone speaking Hebrew, it's not like Italian is a sexy language, Spanish is a sexy language. I even enjoy listening to Slavic people speak Cyrillic. That's Russian slang, Cyrillic. And, Latin. But it's just like, well, this is known as a flame of God because what you could do with this symbol right here, and most Jews don't even know this. So yeah, I'm schooling Jews on your own Hebrew language or Zionists. Zionists actually invented Hebrew, and it's based off occult languages. So you could take this. This is known as the flame of God. You could take the symbol and turn it 360 degrees anyway, and you will get all the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. That's why it's known as the flame of God, including this letter Y. Now, why is Y the name of the God that they worship in Freemasonry? Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned from Jordan Maxwell. I don't care if you're going to laugh at this or not, but it makes sense. This is called revelation of the method, where they will put symbolism right in front of your face. So if you ever discover their secret, you're going to get laughed at and mocked. Guess what the name, or one of the names that the reptilian entity in the Masons, guess what its name actually is? YODA. Yeah, you got that right. And it begins with a Y. Now, if you know about Star Wars, George Lucas is a big occultist. I don't know if you figured that one out yet. YODA, what's very interesting is he's a small reptilian. I tell you that Alpha Draconians are not physically imposing. They're parasites. They're not quote-unquote apex predators. The whole story of Star Wars in itself deals with occult magic. And, well, the Force is good. That's prana or chi. But then Darth Vader and the dark side, they embrace what is known as loose or losh. That's negative energy. The kind of energy that reptilians feed on. And you even see like Emperor Palpatine start to embrace evil, and his face becomes more evil. We see that happen with real humans who study the occult. Like Prince Philip looked like the Walking Dead for a while there. Uh, Pope Benedict was forced to retire from the Vatican because he was becoming so evil looking. And what else is interesting about YODA? He is a backwards talking reptilian. In the occult, you take things and reverse it. So it makes a lot of sense that YODA would be speaking backwards when the whole point of occult magic is to take things and reverse it and make it your own. Nazis did this with the swastika symbol. If you didn't know, the swastika is actually the representation of the Big Dipper throughout the 4 seasons of the night sky. It was supposed to symbolize the ushering in of the age of Aquarius. When you reverse the swastika, that's actually an ancient Tibetan symbol. And it's a symbol for the 4 seasons on planet Earth. If you didn't know what the swastika actually comes from, they stole it. And this is why when George Maxwell said this in the lecture he gave many years ago, he says, yeah, and most people are going to laugh at this because you saw YODA in Star Wars and would never think it was the name of a reptilian deity. Now, YODA is not a Sumerian name. It's not one of the Anunnaki or a GG. I use their real names in the book that I'm writing about reptilians, but it is quite possibly one of the names of... It could be another name for Marduk. Marduk is the godfather and founder of Babylon. The whole Zionist, Babylonian, Talmud, Kabbalah shit is based out of Babylon. It was the reptilians who brought black magic to Earth. It was their blood magic which caused the downfall of Atlantis. And yeah, this is why when you hit the 14th degree in the Masons, you get a ring with the Hebrew letter for Y. It's not Yahweh. It's not the God of the universe. It's the God of their universe. And I'm telling you right now, the Y stands for YODA. And the Hebrew language is an occultic text. It's a very harsh language. I try to learn Hebrew. I have no interest in even trying to learn it. I can speak Yiddish, though. Yeah, so this is the Sefer Yitzrai, Book of Formation. Yeah, this is real Jewish mysticism. So, you want to come here and lecture me on my videos about what Yahweh means? Look, I'm Irish Catholic. I call him Jesus, okay? I don't care what you call this Yahweh. Why? I don't speak Hebrew, so why would I refer to my Messiah in Hebrew? Just saying. I'm from America. I'm Irish Catholic, and I refer to my Savior as Jesus. Period. Or Emmanuel was supposedly another name he used, but I don't refer to him as that. So when you want to come here lecturing me on why Catholics can't be Christian, I'm done with it. All right. You Zionists are losing the narrative. Alright? Your secret societies are not secret anymore. We know all your secrets. You got fucking Masonic rings on sale on eBay. Like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, they probably wind up on eBay because kids like deceased Freemason probably don't want nothing to do with these fucking satanic jewelry. So they hawk it on eBay. It's like, Granddaddy had a diamond encrusted Masonic ring. And I sold it on eBay. So there you go, yes. And this is why I tell you they practice quote unquote Jewish mysticism in the Masons. It's Jewish mysticism, heavily entwined, obviously, with Egyptian mysticism. But you get the idea. That is what the Y stands for in Hebrew for their living quote unquote God. It's a reptilian entity, period. And I'm not going to argue with anyone else on this. They say, I've been doing this a long time. And there's an old saying that I say, the truth does not require your approval. Don't come here questioning my Christianity or Catholicism. The only one that needs to worry about that is God and St. Peter at the pearly gates and my priest. All right? So I don't need any lectures on my morality. I'm not going to the fucking Masonic temple and playing Ride the Goat. I'm not carrying out a genocide in the Middle East. I'm not stealing U.S. taxpayer money. I'm not running Epstein Island. So I don't know what you Zionists out there are trying to prove to anyone anymore. The shtick is over. There goes another fucking Yiddish word for you. And yes, they worship a reptilian deity named YODA, whether they want to accept that fact or not. Yeah. Go put that in your pipe and smoke it, George Lucas. Yeah. Anyway, maybe a Star Wars occult video is way overdue. Star Wars is a hot subject. I don't think I'll be able to dox any movie footage if I did that because Lucasfilm is pretty anal about copyright. I wonder why. They don't like people doing reviews of their new Star Wars movies. Oh, why? You don't want me doing a video about the pedophile vibes with the Mandalorian and Grogu? Alright. I can do, you know what? I will do a Star Wars video this summer. I promise you that. And I'll show you all the occult things that George Lucas put in that movie. Everything from Sasquatch to YODA, the reptilian god of the Masons. Anyway, the questions or comments, leave them below. God bless and take care.